Welle. News.
This is Nigel Tandy in Bonn. Divers have discovered the bodies of two elderly men on the sunken Costa Concordia cruise ship, bringing the death toll to 5. According to latest estimates, 15 people remain unaccounted for nearly 2 days after the Costa Concordia ran aground off Italy's western coast. Italian investigators questioned the captain amid grave suspicions that he may have steered his vessel dangerously close to the Gigio island. The ship's captain was detained on suspicion of multiple manslaughter and causing the shipwreck. UN Chief Ban Ki-moon has again asked Syria's President Bashar al-Assad to stop killing his own people. Speaking at a conference in Beirut on democracy in the Arab world, Assad said the path of repression was a dead end. Ban's comments came as the Syrian president announced a general amnesty for crimes committed during the popular unrest that has rocked the country over the past 10 months. The amnesty covers infringement of the law on peaceful demonstrations, the possession of unlawful weapons, and army desertion. Releasing prisoners is one of the key conditions of an Arab League roadmap approved by Syria in November to end the country's crisis, which the UN estimates has claimed more than 5,000 lives. Iran has warned Gulf Arab oil producers against boosting production to offset any potential drop in Tehran's crude exports in the event of an oil embargo. The comments by Iran's OPEC governor came as Saudi Arabia's oil minister was quoted denying that his country's earlier pledges to boost output as needed to meet the global demand was linked to a potential siphoning off of Iranian crude from the market because of sanctions. The EU has said it will decide at its next meeting of foreign ministers at the end of the month whether to hold oil exports from Iran. World oil markets have been jolted over concerns that Iran may choke off the vital Strait of Hormuz in retaliation for sanctions imposed over its controversial nuclear program. In Kazakhstan, the ruling Nur-Otan party of President Nursultan Nazarbayev is set to win a crushing victory in parliamentary elections with 81% of the vote, an exit poll said on Sunday. The pro-business Aksol party and the Communist party would scrape into parliament with 7.3% of the vote apiece, the poll by the Institute of Democracy said. Nazarbayev dissolved parliament in November and called early elections. Turnout in the former Soviet Republic was more than 70%. All 107 seats in the lower house are currently held by President Nazarbayev's Nur-Otan party. Sunday's vote comes less than a month after riots by striking oil workers left at least 16 people dead. Kenyan jets have bombed an al-Shabaab rebel base in southern Somalia, killing 14 people, including a family of 7, as well as 7 fighters from the insurgent group linked to Al-Qaeda. Kenya sent troops into Somalia in October after raids and kidnappings are blamed on al-Shabaab, but the advance has slowed and regional insecurity is no better. The jets bombed an al-Shabaab base at Jalib, 120 kilometers north of Kismayo, the port city which is the center of rebel operations in the Horn of Africa country. Militants linked to the Al-Qaeda terror network have seized a small town southeast of Yemen's capital Sanaa. It marks another setback to efforts to restore order after President Ali Abdullah Saleh formally handed over power following almost a year of mass protest against his rule. The capture of Rada expanded Al-Qaeda control outside of the southern province of Abyan, where they have taken over several towns since the uprising against Saleh began. Meanwhile, a Norwegian working for the United Nations was kidnapped in Sanaa at the weekend. Norway's foreign ministry said a source said the Norwegian was abducted by tribesmen from oil-producing Mara province, demanding the release of a suspect accused of killing 2 members of the security forces. And finally, a bomb ripped through a Shia procession on Sunday, killing 16 marchers and wounding another 20 others in central Pakistan. Nigel Tandy, Deutsche Welle, Radio News.